So good day. Thank you for coming for this interview.
Thank you.
I think in recent years we've seen democracy in general in Hungary having drawn criticism from the Council of Europe, from several departments. We've seen criticism from the Parliamentary Assembly, the Human Rights Commissioner, the Venice Commission. Your report, sir, seems to go in the same way. Could you explain to us the most serious matter of concern that you have in your report?
Sure. Now it's the Council of Europe as well, and the Congress of the Council of Europe as well, that expresses his preoccupation towards what's going on in local democracy, local and regional democracy in Hungary. And one of the biggest problems we found out after making our monitoring visit to Hungary was the severe re-centralization that is going on in Hungary. Powers and finance are being taken away from local government and regional government, which were some years ago very strong before the democracy and even after democracy. So this is a dangerous movement, and we are very much concerned about it, especially because the Charter of Local Self-Government, which is one of the most important documents for our monitoring observation, we get aware that the principles of the Charter are not being respected in Hungary, many principles of the Charter. So, as well as the subsidiarity principle that is not being applied in Hungary. So, all these are matters of concern to us, and we hope that we can contribute to improve this situation.
You see a re-centralization of power taking place, correct? It's a re-centralization.
Absolutely.
So
severe re-centralization.
That entails, as you just said, an extreme reduction in local authority competencies. But how can the Congress concretely, it's an overused word, but how can the Congress specifically contribute to improving the situation of self-government regarding these issues?
Yes, of course. Let me give you, first of all, 5 examples of synthetic examples how the situation is bad in Hungary. First of all, the principle of local self-government itself, it's not enshrined neither in the Constitution nor in the Cardinal Act, as it should be. Secondly, some competences previously allocated to local and regional governments are now being allotted to central government, which witnesses of a clear re-centralization. Financial autonomy has been severely reduced. Consultation process of local and regional authorities in a proper manner and in due time are not taking place. The administrative structures, the pooling of administrative structures and officials of municipalities with less than 2,000 inhabitants into administrative structures now under the control and the supervision of the government offices will strip elected councils from their political substance and from their political means. And finally, last but not the least, there is no effective judicial protection of local self-government as the right of local authorities to lodge a complaint to domestic courts in order to secure the free exercise of their powers during their mandate. You see 5 clear examples, objective examples. They're factual. We testified it ourselves. We listened and witnessed from local actors and regional actors. So, what can we do? Well, first of all, we stated our monitoring report, which was approved yesterday by the Congress. Now, we hope that we can go on in these processes. According to our recommendations, there are recommendations we made to the Committee of Ministers. We hope we can proceed our dialogue with the Hungarian ministry throughout the representation of Hungary in the Council of Europe as well. Maybe in the post-monitoring process that can contribute to improve this situation and to bring back a more, let's say, democratic situation to local and regional government.
One question that is on pretty much everyone's mind these days is the economic crisis. To what extent is the economic crisis affecting the practice of these fine principles that you espouse, and to what extent is the government maybe using that as an excuse? We have an economic crisis, there's only so much we can do. And finally, are you pessimistic or optimistic for the future of Hungary in particular and for Europe in general with regard to local and regional autonomy?
Yes. We all understand in the Congress, in the Council of Europe, everywhere. We all understand the concerns of all governments in consolidating public debts and reducing these deficits. We all understand that, and the measures that they take to try to reach that goal. But I keep saying repeatedly in the Congress that the Charter of Local Self-Government and the statutory principles should be applied permanently, because it is crucial that the basic European standards remain a point of anchorage of our values, particularly in these hard times of crisis. So, although understanding the difficulties of the governments, that shouldn't be a pretext to undermine local and regional governments and local and regional democracy, and to, as a pretext, to take money away from collectivities and competences away and re-centralizing. That should not be a pretext to do so. Of course, the financial crisis has plays a role in this issue, but as I told you, we are available. We local and regional authorities are available in a correct and democratic dialogue with national authorities to play our role. We know we have to play our role. We are as much Europeans at our level as central governments. So we want to play that role. And in particularly, I can tell you that I am not, concerning Hungary, I am a little pessimist to the close future, because I think this movement is going on for the next years. But I can tell you that I am optimistic at a long-term future, because Hungary is a great country. I know Hungary for 25 years now, and I very much love Hungary. Hungary is a big democratic country. It's with a solid culture and a democratic culture. And I know at the long term, all these principles will be again established, and Hungary will play again its role as a democratic, full-term part of the European Union and of the Council of Europe.
Well, those are very nuanced answers and very interesting answers. So thank you very much for the time you've taken to share with us your reflections on this important report.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.